Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zaire. If this is your first time, hey, welcome. I've been a bit inconsistent with my posting, but I'm trying to get back on schedule, even though I feel as though since I've started YouTube, I've never actually adhered to a strict schedule, but we're trying to change that. So yeah, in today's video, I wanted to do a part 2 of a video I did, I believe, a year ago. That video was what I wish I knew before I dyed my hair copper ginger. As you can see, I'm not ginger nor am I copper anymore. I actually dyed my hair back to black last summer, so the summer of 2022. I dyed it once, and if I get really close, you can see like it didn't dye completely. I would say it's like a dark brown, but you can definitely see some areas are more have like reddish tints to them, but in general it looks like brown. It looks dark brown, which is what I was going for, something that looked like my natural hair texture or natural hair color. But yeah, so this is going to be a part 2 as to things that I wish I'd known before I dyed my hair ginger copper. But honestly, I feel as though this could be applied to anything in regards to dyeing your hair, what you should know prior to doing so. So the first thing that I wanted to go over is hair breakage. I experienced so much hair breakage in the second year of continuously dyeing my hair ginger. I just felt as though my hair was really healthy for the first year while dyeing my hair, and I didn't really experience that much change in terms of texture, health, or like brittleness or anything like that. Like my hair was okay, it was coasting, but honestly, when I hit year 2 of consistently dyeing my hair, I started experiencing a lot of breakage, and I experienced a lot of breakage near the perimeter of let me fix my hair. I experienced a lot of breakage around the perimeter of my hair. It's grown back now, thankfully. I did a lot of protective styles and kind of like tried to be as hands off with my hair after I dyed it black as possible, and I've experienced no breakage since then. But yeah, hair breakage is definitely something that I've really started to experience in the second year of dyeing my hair, and nothing would help it. Like even when I did protective styles or applied hair growth oil and stuff like that, it just like the hair was too far gone and too far damaged to like be recovered or try to prevent further breakage. And as well as like me not touching my hair and like trying to be as low maintenance as possible, I had to cut off so much of my hair this past year because it was just splitting and the hair was so fragile. Like it couldn't take anything, honestly. Like even a bun, a twist out, a braid out, putting my hair in box braids or knotless braids, it could not handle it. It was just like not having it. It was breaking so much. But yeah, going into the next point, which is when I'm looking down, it's because I wrote a list on my phone of things that I wanted to mention in this video. But the second thing is my hair weakening, which I basically just said. But yeah, my hair got really weak in the second year of dyeing my hair. I also noticed like just in general, when I would wash my hair in the shower, usually before I dyed my hair or even in the first year of dyeing my hair, I could comb it out and like brush it while it was wet, which is what I usually would do to detangle it. But in this past year of dyeing my hair could not take a brush or a comb in the shower. I had to go in with my hands, which I know you're supposed to do, but like I actually had to detangle with my fingers because anytime I ran a brush or a comb through it, so much hair would just like snap off, and I could hear it. You could literally hear the hair snapping and breaking off. Even while I was like running under the water, so much conditioner, hair masks, nothing helped. I had to use just my fingers because my hair was so weak. And especially with like the shampoo portion of my wash, my hair would get so stiff and like hard, like rock hard, as if I left a protein treatment for like 2 nights or something in my hair. Like it would go like this, and then it was so brittle I couldn't even detangle it with my fingers. I had to like rinse the shampoo out from my hair and like kind of like try to squeeze the excess water out, and then just slather conditioner onto my hair and like really work it all the way through it before I could go in and detangle with my fingers. Okay, going on to the third thing. And if I'm speaking fast, it's because I tend to talk a lot and I want to fill in as much information as possible without making the video as long as possible. But yeah, so the third thing was a change in my hair's porosity. Before I say that, because I know a lot of people in the natural hair community or just like hair community feels like very strongly towards hair porosity, I'm gonna start off with saying I don't know or remember what my hair porosity was before. I just know that it changed after because of the way my hair absorbed product. Before, my hair like would repel product and it would take a long time before my hair like became saturated with water in the shower, or I would really have to work product into my virgin hair prior to dyeing it. Whereas after I dyed it, my hair just like sucked everything in. It felt like my hair's shaft or whatever was like completely open, whereas before it was completely closed. So that's like as best I could answer what my hair's porosity was before and then after. But yeah, after it was like completely open, like sucking in all the moisture, all the products, all the water, which I thought was like nice. But then prior to dyeing my hair would dry in like 5 seconds. Literally me leaving the shower, my hair was already half dry. Now after dyeing my hair takes so long to dry and it's honestly kind of annoying. It's just something I'm not used to, but also just like feels like mushy. Or it doesn't feel mushy anymore because I cut a lot of the damage off, but when it was like before I dyed it black and I was still dyeing my hair ginger and copper, my hair started feeling really mushy whenever I would like finish putting my products in after for like a curly hairstyle or stuff like that, or even like after the shower. It just felt like really mushy and yeah, it didn't feel good. Okay, next thing, split ends. I have never had so many split ends in my entire life until I started dyeing my hair. And before that, I would get split ends like everyone does, but while dyeing my hair, I swear my ends were splitting in seconds. I would trim it and then the next week it would be split again. Like no matter what I did, no matter how much I moisturized or tried to protect my ends, they would split so easily. And then they started like running up the hair shaft so much faster than they had ever done in my entire life. So I was constantly needing to give myself trims or just flat out haircuts because of how many split ends I was getting with dyeing my hair. I already mentioned the feeling brittle while shampoo feel. Yeah, it felt awful. It felt like you left a protein treatment in your hair for way too long. It just like, it felt disgusting, honestly. So yeah, while I was dyeing my hair copper, I was doing so many hair masks, like moisture masks, protein masks. Like I tried all the different types of masks to try to see like maybe I have protein overload or maybe I'm like overly moisturizing my hair. I clarified my hair, I clarified my scalp with like apple cider vinegar and stuff like that. You can use bentonite clay mixed with apple cider vinegar. I tried pretty much everything and nothing worked. It just like kept getting worse and worse, and I was just like, okay, like my hair is trying to tell me it cannot handle being ginger copper anymore. Like I have to give it a break. So yeah, I just dyed it back to black, and since then I like have not done anything with my hair. My hair has been in knotless braids for like since I dyed it black in the past summer of 2022. This was actually the first time that my hair has been like out. Since then I just straightened it for the first time as well in like 6 months or probably more. But yeah, I just took a huge break from my hair. I tried to be as low maintenance as possible, and honestly it's made a huge difference. My hair feels so much healthier. What I will say though is that I do feel as though dyeing my hair caused some thinness, and I think that's just from the breakage that I experienced during this past year while I was still actively dyeing my hair ginger. Let's see. Oh, another thing. The first year that I was dyeing my hair, my curls were still popping. They were still juicy and like looking amazing, and like they were doing the thing. But I will say that this past year while I was dyeing my hair ginger copper, my curls changed significantly. It like loosened the texture so much, and there was just no definition. If anything, it was just loose and like frizzy, which I don't particularly enjoy. I like well-defined curls, or like how my curls naturally define themselves. But yeah, I did experience a change in my curl pattern, but like my hair is growing back, so my curls are coming back, and while I continue growing out my hair, I'm going to continue trimming off whatever damage is left over. But that is something to keep in mind, that at first it will seem as though your curls are like okay and they're thriving and they're accepting the dye. But after a while of dyeing your hair, you will experience some curl loss or curl change in definition, or like curl pattern. Yeah, keep that in mind. That's a big one. It really will affect your wash and goes and your twist outs. Actually, any curly hairstyle, it will affect it, because your hair is not going to be as voluminous as it once was, as well as it's going to look more sparse and thin. Like my hair, when it was curly, would just look see-through kind of, which I really didn't like. I mean, you can't avoid hair thinning, I feel like, when you're dyeing your hair, because of the breakage. And just like it, at the end of the day, it is damaging. It is a damaging process. No matter how like good you take care of your hair, you're damaging it. So yeah, keep that in mind. The next thing, or the next two things, kind of go hand in hand, but one is my roots would grow out way too fast, and then the second thing is that the color would fade so fast. I feel like ginger, red, copper, those colors are some of the most difficult shades to pull off while dyeing your hair, because once you start washing it, the color bleeds and it's gonna dull after every single wash, especially if you're a curly girl and you're like doing twists and like twist outs and braid outs, and you're like going farther in between washes. You do have to realize that when you're applying these water-based products, the product or the color itself will bleed out of your hair still. No matter how long you're going between your washes, the color is constantly bleeding through, like from your hair. Especially if you live in like really sunny areas, you're receiving a lot of sunlight, the sun is going to change the color of your hair. So keep that in mind. And I just feel like we don't realize how fast our hair grows until you've dyed your hair a lighter shade, and you will see your roots grow back like the next day. Like actually the next day you'll see like specks of black if you're naturally brunette. And then it just looks weird. Like I didn't like it. I was just like, I just want to enjoy the red hair. Like I want all of it to be red and like to look root to end red, but that was usually never the case for more than a day or two, because you could see my roots, which annoyed me, because I was just like, I just want to be a full redhead. Like let me live my dream. But no, I could not. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's very high maintenance. You will be constantly checking your scalp more than you ever were before, because you're gonna see the black and you're just like, what, why? Like I just dyed my hair. So yeah, it's a very high maintenance thing to do. It's a lot of upkeep. You're constantly having to do root touch-ups, and then matching your root shade to the rest of your hair when it's ginger and copper, especially if you're doing it at home, is so difficult, because your roots process way differently than the rest of your hair. And you also have to keep in mind that you will most likely experience some overlap in color. So then you may get like different shades of red going on, and like banding, and it's complicated. It's hard. I feel like the first time you dye it, it will, first, second, or third time you dye your hair is the best it will ever look. And then from then, you're always trying to like recreate those first 3 dyes, because it never will look the same. If you're doing it at home, it will never look the same. Unless you're like a professional, then yeah, maybe. But like if you're doing it at home, usually it will never look as good as it did the first 3 times. Yeah, so I'm actually, that was a pretty short list. I honestly don't regret dyeing my hair. I'm really glad that I did it. I love the red so much. Will I dye my hair again? No. If anything, I will touch up my dark shade of brown or black, but not anytime soon, because I'm giving my hair a break. It needs a break. It's still on break. After this hairstyle, I'm gonna put it right back into knotless braids or a low bun, something like super low maintenance, super low manipulation. But I would not process my hair in the same way again, to try to go lighter. I'm done. I don't regret dyeing it red. I really did enjoy it while I had it, but near the end we started like drifting apart, because we were no longer, we were not on the same page. My hair was rejecting the red and the processing, and my hair was just like, I'm done. Like if you don't stop dyeing me, I will fall off completely. So I was like, okay, like I'm done, I'm good. But yeah, so I had my red hair for 2 years pretty much, or ginger hair, copper, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's a beautiful color. It looks amazing in the sun. It's honestly like super happy, if that makes sense. Like it made me smile and whenever I saw it, because it's just such a fun color. It's something that I don't know, it's just completely new to me, so I enjoyed it while I had it. But yeah, no, I'm gonna stick to my natural hair color. At the moment I'm trying to grow out my hair and keep it as healthy as possible. What do they say, health over length or something like that? But yeah, I'm focusing on the health right now, like letting my hair breathe, relax, moisturizing it, doing the works. But yeah, that's the end of the video. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I always answer my comments. I love responding to you guys. If it like creates that interaction that goes beyond me talking to a camera, but talking to you guys. But yeah, so let me know if you have any questions down below. I'd love to answer them. Also, if you have any videos that you would want me to film, let me know down below as well, and I will film them, or I will take it into consideration. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing an apartment tour. I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but if you guys are still interested in that, I would love to film it and show you guys my apartment, because I live in a studio and this is actually my first time living alone, so it's like really exciting. So like everything is just screaming Zaire, because I didn't have to get any input from anyone else. But yeah, I live with my cat, so actually I do have input because there's like cat stuff around my apartment. But yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that. I am so happy to be filming again on a consistent basis and like sticking to it. I really do love making these videos and interacting with you all. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.